right, there you have it. Tyler is humming today. Tyler's having a great day. Dad DeLorean's wide awake, having to deal with them already. I've got my coffee. I'm ready to go. Mmm.
It's cold.
Wait, it's pretty fucking cold over here in Indiana. In case you guys don't know, we got some snow. My dad's up in Michigan right now. He is
That
covered
sucks
in
as fuck.
like fucking. I think it's like 14 feet of snow up there.
Yeah.
So he's got to deal with that. I'm glad we got what we got. I was outside in my Crocs fucking sweeping the shit out. That's how it was down here in Indiana. Well, there you go. You pretty much know how our week's going. If you guys don't know, obviously I stream every Friday and Saturday at 8 o'clock p.m. on YouTube and on Twitch now.
Woo.
I've been playing some Battlefield here lately this week. I don't know why. It's kind of fun. It has its perks. I play specific modes. Anything that's the larger maps with all the fucking jets flying around. That's just way too fucking insane. I can't focus.
He's just playing games to wait for Galactic Contention to come out.
Pretty much. Yep. I can't wait for that. What have you been playing this week, buddy?
I did a couple rounds of Battlefield with you, and
Yep.
I played some Fall Guys with my brothers, and the wife and I played some Lego Fortnite.
Hell yeah.
Oh, and then I played a Call of Duty Ghost with Sebastian, and then I did MW2 with him as well,
Fuck yeah.
the original.
Playing the good Modern Warfare 2, huh? Ooh.
Yeah, he likes the special ops with Modern Warfare 2. He likes the survival mode
Oh,
with Modern Warfare 3. He likes
dude, I
Extinction
don't know
with
why they
guns.
don't have these fucking survival mode and better spec ops modes, bro.
I don't know either.
God, I
They
can't
got
tell you how
lazy.
much time I spent on survival, bro.
That's what we've been doing.
Man, and you know what really sucks is that he's gonna play these games thinking that's how all Call of Duties are. They're not at all.
No,
Oh man. Well, enough shitting on in Call of Duty. I'm glad he's playing some good stuff though. That's nice to know.
good. What'd you play?
What about you?
Uh, well, some Baldur's Gate 3.
Cool.
Get into that. Playing some Last of Us Part 1.
Had a boy.
Uh, Getting my Total War franchise series. I love it. And then I was also playing some Ghost with the little nephew.
Yeah.
Didn't you do Fallout 4?
Oh, you son of a
I'm trying to
bitch.
do some Fallout 4, yeah.
Gonna kill you. Play New Vegas, damn it. Well, you said you're playing The Last of Us Part One, and I guess it's kind of just a lead off into our first round of stories for the week. We're gonna kind of start off in the PlayStation section. If you guys didn't know, they are doing a sort of a documentary that kind of goes along with the second part of the game. They did it this one for the first one, and it was a blast to watch.
Yep.
One of my favorite things is to watch how games are developed and how these developers react to things, and sort of see the ideas come up, watch the gears turn. It's a blast to watch those things. So
We grew up in a generation where watching the special features was just as good as the game and the movie.
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it's a real neat thing that they do these things. They had one for God of War as well, the first God of War. They need to
Yep.
do these more with their AAA titles. That way, people see the actual work that gets put in, the planning that gets put in for this stuff.
It
It's
also builds
fun. It's
life.
fun seeing. Yeah, it's fun seeing these actors that play these characters that we know and love just actually get into it, and get into that mode. Uh, Yeah, I think it's going to be a blast. I think one of the best parts that I'm looking forward to in this new documentary is their reactions to the leaks.
Mm.
You got to remember that, man. I think that's going to
Yeah.
be huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see, and I'm hoping they dive into a little bit more in the multiplayer mode in this as well. I don't know if they will or not, but
I guess we'll just have to find out.
we'll have to find out. That comes out. Let's see here. Let's wait for the date to come up. That comes up soon. 1/19/24. That's when
Sweet.
Last
So
of Us Part 2 releases as well.
So Wednesday?
Yep.
that'd
I'm
be a
looking
good
forward
watch.
to getting The Last of Us Part 2. I already have it and have already beaten it and played it, and I believe I got I didn't get the platinum for it, but I will wait for it to come on PC to buy it for the second time. It was already good enough, but to play the extra mode and all that stuff, I'll wait for it to come out on PC and play it there. I've got way too much stuff to play to even think about that. All right, so
Times are changing. He's pushing it off, going to PC.
well, it's just it's only because I've already played the game.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
want to
it
buy.
makes sense.
I don't want to pay for an upgrade for $10 to play the just a roguelike mode and a little bit better
Yeah.
version of the game for PS5. I'll just wait for it when it's available on PC and I can play it at a fucking 120 frames per second.
That would
There you
look
go.
amazing.
So, no big deal or anything, but yeah, I'll do it on stream and stuff like that too. Nobody's ever watched me play these video games. I've always done them quietly in my own time, so it might be something I stream. Who knows? So going along with the theme of The Last of Us, we obviously have some casting announcements. I will start off with the one that I give two fucks about. One, because it's not like I don't care about the character. I don't. But it's young Mazzino playing as Jesse in season 2 of The Last of Us on HBO. I don't know anything about this guy. I don't know if he can act, but they picked him. I trust their casting choices.
Yeah.
I have a feeling he will mesh well with the some of the new cast coming out in Pedro Pascal. But a couple that I actually care about is Caitlin Dever. She will be playing Abby in The Last of Us Part 2.
Good choice.
She just has to buff up real fast.
Honestly, I don't think she's gonna buff up too much.
I don't
Right.
think so.
she is. I think they chose her specifically because she looks manageable against Bella Ramsey as well.
Mm.
Not saying they're both really tiny females, but they're both very comparable in size. At least the fights, when it comes down to it, the way it does in the game,
Right.
Yeah.
it'll at least look what's the word? Realistic, I guess.
Mhm.
Now the best thing about Caitlin Dever for me, or Dever, I don't know how her last name is pronounced. She was actually one of the people that I wanted to play Ellie. And she was kind of one of the front runners as well, I think, with their casting. But I think ultimately they went with Billy, and they kept her in the back of her mind.
Yeah. That's probably what really ended up happening too.
Yeah. So we got her as Abby. I think is a fantastic choice. She is a pretty good actor. I watched her in Last Man Standing. Pretty good, funny little sitcom there. But
It is.
she is gonna be amazing. I can't wait for this one. The next casting. This is the one I really like. Okay. Did I have it here? Oh, here it is. Is Isabella Merced. She is playing Dina. If you don't know Isabella Merced, she has been playing quite a few things. She played Dora. If you didn't know that, Lost City of Gold. She was in a movie called Instant Family. I watched that. It is a sad but a funny movie. It's got Mark Wahlberg and Rose Byrne. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but she plays the older of the siblings that gets adopted by this family.
No, you're right. You're right. It's a heart pull. It tugs on your heartstrings.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I'm glad you've seen it because it is. Yeah, she can act, and I think she's going to be very well as Dina. And she's also, if you don't remember this, I'm sure you do, Dallas, but she's also the one who was cast as Hawk Girl in the Superman movie.
Yes.
Yeah. And she has been in a few other things that I can't remember what else. That stuff doesn't matter. I am so ready for her to play this character. Dina is dangerous, but like a warm presence to have. She's very smart, and I think she is going to be, especially her, Isabella. I think she's going to play really good alongside Bella Ramsey.
Based on how season 1 went and how well acting and everything else was, it's safe to say that we trust whatever they're going to do with season 2.
Correct.
Absolutely, I agree 100%.
It makes me want to rewatch it again.
Yeah.
That first episode, though, oof.
I love that first episode. Like
it pulls at the heartstrings.
Yeah. I'm just reading some of the comments down here. People are already shitting on the castings.
Oh, they're gonna love it whenever it pops out. Like, they just want something to bitch about.
I agree. Well, moving along. We've got a story here about Limited Run Games. If you guys don't know who Limited Run Games, there are one of few businesses that they take digital only games and they print them on physical media. They do a lot of ports for Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox. But Xbox noticeably doesn't get all the titles all the time. They get a lot of the bigger ones, but they don't get the smaller ones. And some people got upset about it. There's a couple of titles coming out that are called Felix the Cat. And there was another one. Rocket Knight Adventures Respark. I don't know why people got upset. But yeah, it's stupid and goofy. Especially when most of Xbox's like stuff is digital anyways. I mean, a lot of people buy their digital stuff. They have the Game Pass.
If I don't get my Felix the Cat, I'm gonna fucking flip.
You're gonna flip if you don't get Felix the Cat?
I'm sick of this shit.
I'm sick of this shit. I love it. Yeah, so, I mean, people had some outrage about it here. I've got the actual quote here from Limited Run. This is the CEO, Josh Fairhurst. He tweeted this on Twitter. And he said, if we could count on selling 5,000 plus of a title physically on Xbox, we could justify the ports without a digital stake. But we only sell those kind of numbers on PlayStation and Switch. Unfortunately, the vast majority of Xbox gamers are digital first. It's not that we can't develop Xbox ports or that we're too cheap to do it. It's that we don't earn anything on the game digitally. Physical game sales are not high enough on Xbox to offset our development costs. So we have no option but to skip Xbox on these titles. When we do have a reasonable digital share in a game we are developing, we do release it on Xbox, but we have zero digital share on these ones. So I think honestly, what they mean by that is they like Quake 2. You know, they own Quake, or Xbox owns the IP Quake 2.
Mm.
So obviously, I'm sure they kind of worked a deal out with Limited Run Games to kind of re-release this. I don't know if that's exactly the what's going on. I don't know, but that's it. Uh, Now another member from Limited Run Games was on Reset Era in an interview, and he said, in quotes, "The specific case here with these two titles is that we are not the digital publisher and are only getting a cut of the physical edition sales. The sales of the physical Xbox edition alone will not make up for the development cost of an Xbox version. So it unfortunately just doesn't make sense for us to do it at a loss."
Right.
It's a business. I mean, it makes sense.
No, yeah, it kind of just shows on how unpopular Xbox is, and also shows how greedy they can be too.
Mhm.
At least that's what I'm taking from it.
Yeah, there's just for a company like this, they have to guarantee an amount of sales.
Yep.
Because you don't want to just meet at a what's it called? You don't want to break even.
No, you don't
No.
want to break even. You want
And
to
you don't want to be
exceed
below.
quota.
So,
Oh, definitely not.
you know, it is what it is. But they are still having some games coming out soon on the Xbox physical release, like Jurassic Park, the Classic Collection, Plumbers
That
Don't
would be
Wear
so
Ties, and also one of my favorites. I am very excited to get this. I think I'm going to get it for the Switch, though. Gex Trilogy. If you don't remember Gex, buy that shit and play it. All right. So that's the story for Limited Run Games. Now moving on over to another small little teensy weensy bit here. Yeah, Starfield's getting its biggest update yet. Yeah, this is just some bug fixes. Nothing really too major here. It says the update brings stability improvements, numerous graphic improvements ranging from additional widescreen support to improved textures, lightings, and shadows. Yeah, I got some fixes to some quests. Apparently there is a quest called Eye of the Storm, and it won't allow you to dock, with the legacy or data transfer not starting, and temples not showing up into the unknown. Whatever the fuck that means, I don't know. I haven't made it that far in that game, so yeah. Tyler, if you know what the hell they're talking about, let me know.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's what's it? It's like the UCS Steph or whatever it is,
Yeah.
and it's you're going to get a boatload of money because it's a you can either be with the Crimson Raiders or the UC, I think it's UCS. And there's a bunch of money you can either give to one of the parties. If you give it to the Raiders, they'll eventually destroy the UCS. But if you give it to UCS, they'll keep it, and the Raiders will eventually die out. It's something like that.
Okay.
But you have to go into this gas planet where the ship's lost at, go in there, dock to it, and then come back out.
Gotcha. Okay. So just some goofy
I mean,
shit there.
I mean, at the end of the day, they really shot themselves in the foot with that game with using the creation engine. Like, it's just, yeah, no,
Yep.
I really don't. They're going to be doing updates every 6 weeks, and there's rumor that they could be doing game changes. They could be fixing this, fixing that, taking away this, taking away that. Like, they're really going to start like trying to listen to the fans on what they want from the game. And again, that just tells me that the 10 years that they worked on it, they didn't do shit.
Yeah.
So,
Hell yeah. Well, you've got that. Uh, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know when I'll hop back in that game. I want to at least get one run through done it, but I just have no.
Give it like 2 or 3 years.
No, I got it for free, so I got it for free when I bought my CPU, which I'm glad. That is what it is. Moving on to the next one. If you guys didn't know this, there is possibly some games being ported over to the PlayStation and Nintendo Switch from Xbox. These were previously known as first-party exclusives. These are games and IPs that they own.
Like Hi-Fi Rush and
Hi-Fi Rush and Sea of Thieves. So I mean, Hi-Fi
for it.
Rush has already been rated for PS4 and the Nintendo Switch in Australia. So that's already been leaked. It's almost a
Yep.
guarantee that that's happening. Now, what I will say is, do you think that the Sea of Thieves is real, first of all?
I mean, if it is, I would hope that the game becomes cross-platform with those consoles as well.
Yep.
Like maybe Xbox is just trying to get some. I don't know what they're doing. I really don't.
Brownie points.
Like I've only played Sea of Thieves a couple times when it first came out, and I haven't touched it since.
Yeah.
So because it did not do well when it released, and now it's apparently popular.
Fair enough. Let's see here. I don't have a dog in this fight. I think Hi-Fi Rush would be really, really good on the Switch. I think it'll sell very well on that platform.
Yep.
I think it'll sell decently on the PlayStation platform as well. This seems right up the alley of anybody who's kind of like an anime fan. As far as the rhythm aspect of it, I don't think that's gonna matter. I think people are still gonna play these things no matter what. So that is it for like current game news. This is the big bad boy. This is the one that I really want to talk about, right? So on January 18th is going to be the Xbox Developer Direct. That's going to be at 12 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern time, and 8 p.m. GMT. You can catch this on Twitch or on YouTube. So I will just start off by just saying that it's going to be followed by an Elder Scrolls Online global reveal. I don't know what they're doing there. I don't play ESO, so that doesn't really matter to me. I don't know much about it. But what really matters here is the games that are supposed to come out this year, or I assume are all coming out this year, but are going to be fantastic, I think. Or could be fantastic.
Could be. I
hope. So let's start off with, let's talk about the one that we've talked about before. And that's Hellblade 2. Ninja Theory. We've already talked about this game plenty before. I don't want to spend too much time on it, and not enough. Because this game deserves to get looked at. First of all, I think it's going to be great if they give it the time and they let Ninja Theory do its thing. I think they've given it the time.
Let them cook.
Let them cook, exactly. I think they have, but just let this game come out complete on day one, and I think it will be it'll be major for Xbox. For one, I think it'll be so major for them that it will actually sell Game Pass. Right? I don't think
Right.
this is a game that people go out and buy. Not a large amount of people, but you're going to get more people playing Hellblade 2 because they have Game Pass,
Mhm.
which is going to be good.
They really need that W if they're going to progress forward with what they have planned.
Yep. I don't
Yes.
disagree at all. And this is one of those games that can do it. Next up is Avowed. Tyler,
Yes.
I know you are 100% excited for this game. Tell me what you're expecting to see at this direct showcase.
Ooh. If anything, more of the gameplay. A little bit more on kind of what they've done to improve from how they made what was it, Outer Worlds, how they used that experience and the past experiences of working on like Fallout, New Vegas, and the ones prior, and how they've really put all that extra work into making Avowed better
Uh huh.
than what it could have been,
Yeah, I think
or what people might think.
I think they definitely learned from Outer Worlds, and I'm very excited to see what they show us, and I hope they show us enough, and I hope it looks good, looks great. The art, if I remember correctly, the last thing they showed us between that and the first time they showed it off looked a little bit different. I don't know if they made a change in the art direction or whatnot, but I like it. So I can't wait to see more. Deadalorian, I mean, what are you expecting, man? I haven't really heard you talk about this game too much.
It's mainly because I don't feel like they've shown enough for me to have a valid opinion.
Okay.
I just hope, like, I've been waiting for another Skyrim, another like game where I feel like I'm playing D&D. That's obviously they got Baldur's Gate 3, but my big first introduction to what D&D could be was through Skyrim. I was just like, I didn't know these creatures existed. I didn't know the game existed. I didn't know the worlds existed.
Yeah.
And so when I see Avowed made by Obsidian and the people that did Outer Worlds, I was like, well, maybe it's maybe it's going to be a Skyrim competitor.
Yeah.
And I would really like to see that competition because the only things that come out of competition are just better shit.
Uh-huh.
Like we made the better Skyrim, or we made the better this. I like seeing that battle when it
Yeah.
comes to games because then you just get nothing but good games.
Yep.
So I am apprehensive. I don't know what else to say about it.
Yeah, I don't disagree with what you're saying. I wish that they would have taken the money that they used to purchase ZeniMax Media or the latter part of that Bethesda. That's what people are going to know it by. I wish they had taken the money they invested in Bethesda and put that in this studio, Obsidian. I think they would have received more output better from this studio that way.
Didn't Avowed get
owning
pushed
both.
back once already?
I believe it did. I don't want to say yes or no. I just remember
thought
it
it did, too.
was how long ago was it that we watched that one direct at your house and had that shitty Halo gameplay on it?
I'm assuming 2020.
So that's when it was first showed off. I remember going, okay, all right, cool. So Obsidian's
That was
got
like the
something in
only
works.
somewhat decent thing.
Yeah. And that was like one of my concerns was that Obsidian would be overlooked. Their games would be overlooked because they own Bethesda. Or
Yeah.
this was before. Excuse me. They
Outer
bought
Worlds.
Bethesda afterwards, but I thought when they made that purchase, now Obsidian was just going to kind of be absorbed, and their games wouldn't be looked at as well. Yeah. So there you go. That's Avowed. The next big title, for me, it's an important one. Dallas, I know it's important for you. Tyler, if I remember correctly, you haven't seen a single fucking movie, and I'm not okay with that. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure. Have you seen an Indiana Jones movie?
I have seen a couple Indiana Jones movies. Yes.
Okay. So maybe it's changed, or maybe I just remember the conversation differently. I don't know.
I went on a marathon to where he witnessed a few.
Okay. All right. Cool. Cool. So
Because when Dial of Destiny came out on Disney Plus, I kind of said, "All right, I'm starting from the beginning."
there you go. Dial of Destiny is a fantastic movie. People are hating on it way too much. So Indiana Jones is being developed by Machine Games. They had recently done the Wolfenstein series, the reboot, remake, whatever you want to call them. This is supposed to be an action adventure game that's going to put you in the leather jacket of the legendary archaeologist. I am curious to see how this game comes out. I will tell you why, and that
It better
reason
be fucking
is
void.
I feel like it's not going to be like Uncharted. And I feel like it should be like Uncharted. I have a feeling we're going to get more of an FPS.
Oh my god.
I hope not. You have to pay for the likeness of Harrison Ford. You have to pay for his voice actor. All this, and I just don't think they're gonna do all that. And
What
I
is the
have
point? What is the point of an Indiana Jones game if you don't fucking see the character? You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like-
and that's why I think why I'm thinking the way that I think, because I just don't feel like it's gonna feel like Indiana Jones, and it's just gonna be making them Machine Games is going to be making another game about Nazis. So there's supposed to be 10 minutes of gameplay, some developer insight, some details about the setting and the story. I just don't. I see this as a standalone adventure that's gonna be there and forgotten. I hope it's see what I want is I want to see Harrison Ford. I want to
Yes.
have his voice. I want it to be
Yes.
Indiana Jones, not Montana George.
Correct.
I feel like I'm going to get Montana George and not Indiana Jones.
I'm so tired of my favorite franchises going to shit.
Yeah.
So
Keep in mind, I could be wrong, right? This is what I feel.
but yeah, but like, you know, there's all kinds of like speculations and rumors about this game, and they're all somewhat saying the same thing, which is stay tuned till Tuesday.
Oh God.
And it's like, why aren't you like? Everything leaks to a degree, and if all the leaks are saying just stay tuned till Tuesday, it doesn't sound like it's going to be too good.
Yeah.
Because if the leak came out and it was describing what you were describing, then nobody's going to watch what's going on Tuesday. So in order to get viewership and people to be anticipated to see what's actually going to come, they're just going to promote saying wait till Tuesday.
Damn.
And that worries me. So when you say shit like that, that's where my brain goes.
You're like, because you're usually right.
Because that's the problem. It's not. It's super easy to predict how things are going to play out with our movies and games these days. Our TV shows, even.
Yeah, they just don't do movie tie-in or TV show tie-in games anymore. So
No.
that's why I have a feeling that this is not a movie tie-in. So,
Which I'm fine with, because there's 2 other Indiana Jones console games that aren't tied in. I think they're their own story.
Yeah.
Even aside from the books that are their own thing.
yeah.
So, and both those games were good.
Uh-huh.
Like people really liked them. You know, you saw Indiana Jones. They were voiced by Indiana Jones. Like some even said that it was similar to playing Tomb Raider. Like,
Yeah.
uh,
Uh,
like the only
and
time I've seen Indiana Jones in a video game aspect that's first person was for a Jam Pack intro. It showed Indiana Jones trying to get the Jam Pack disc.
ah, okay.
If you were if you'll have to YouTube it sometime because I remember it and I think I still have it, so I might end up trying to figure out which one it was later.
Yeah.
But I remember seeing it, and it didn't. It took me. I was 17 when I finally realized, oh shit, that was Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
So
Hell
just
yeah.
don't fuck up my Indiana Jones, please, please,
Everything else has been fucked up, just not this one.
please.
We'll find out, man. I mean,
The video
yeah.
game gods bless us with some good shit.
Yeah. We'll see, buddy. I'm not holding that hope, but I'm gonna leave my expectations low. In case they do come
I am
out and it
too.
looks like Harrison Ford, I'll be really happy. Yeah, I don't. This game was supposed to be multi-platform, so let's not forget about that, right?
Right.
It was in early development, real early development when they announced it. So let's
Yep.
remember that.
Yep.
And then they renegotiated the contract to make it an exclusive.
Yep.
Let's remember that. Another thing to remember is that shit, my eye is fucking with me right now, dude. This is a
I
game
will
that's
remember
gonna
that.
get. It's not gonna sell very well. Okay.
Yeah, I
Let's
think
not
it's going to be
forget.
Game Pass.
It's a Game Pass game.
Yeah. Like
So
if they renegotiated the contract, if they announced it super early, it kind of tells me that they announced it early to see if people would be interested. And the fact that some people were, they kept going with it, but then they realized that if they made it for multi-platform, that it wouldn't do well, so they renegotiated and made it exclusive and threw it on Game Pass so that at the end of the day, even if it did flop, they wouldn't lose out on all the fucking money.
yeah, and are you spending the money on a character's likeness?
Yes.
And are you spending the money on the voice actor? And are you spending the money on the IP for the licensing? Because you got to pay for that.
Yeah.
I just don't see Bethesda
There's not there's no
outputting
good
that.
signs coming from this.
Yeah, I mean they didn't pay for the likenesses of all the characters for Guardians of the Galaxy.
No.
They didn't pay for the likenesses for all of the Avengers.
No, obviously.
They didn't
Lord
pay for
Farquaad.
the likenesses for the Suicide Squad. Now I know, regardless, the Avengers probably could have, should have had the likenesses, and the show should have Guardians, but they didn't.
I'm kind of glad.
So I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't see an exclusive game that's not going to make any money on Game Pass doing the same. If that
I
makes
agree.
any sense at all to everybody else.
No, I agree. And also it's just not gonna look good on Bethesda yet again.
Yeah.
Like like immediately Starfield is so fucking mixed that it's almost forgotten at this point.
Yeah.
And then if this game comes out and it's bad, everyone's gonna be like, what the fuck, Bethesda? What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Why so much ass?
Yeah. So that's it for the Xbox news. Last up, freak my eye. I'm gonna pull my eyeball out, man.
You
I don't.
should do it. No balls.
He's like going to be really cool. I
No
promise
balls.
you,
You
man.
want views? You want views? Damn it!
I will. I will do it. Now listen, man. My eye, I'll just rip it out. But I really need to see because coming up, I think it's next week or in a couple weeks, whatever. They are adding a couple games to the Nintendo Switch Online service.
Ooh.
Now you have to be an expansion pack owner to play these two games because they are Game Boy Advance games.
Oh.
But it is Golden Sun and the sequel to that story, Golden Sun. I want to make sure I have this correct. It's the Lost Age. You guys probably have not played these games, but I've talked about them once before. They are fantastic RPGs. They were only on the GBA. So I hope that this game comes out and a lot of people play it. And a lot of new players play it. And, they enjoy it. And I hope they grind like a second one. Yeah, so Golden Sun and Golden Sun The Lost Age coming out January 17th on Nintendo Switch Online Expansion Pass. Expansion Pack, Pass, whatever you want to call it. You guys need to give this a shot. It's going to be fun. It may not be for you. I don't know. But give it a shot. What do you got to lose? With that being said, that is all that we have for this week. I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to sub on YouTube. Follow us on Twitch. And yeah, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. We're going to be live. If you haven't noticed, I've actually been more active on Twitch and YouTube this week. Not by any choice. Just I felt like streaming. So you're probably going to see more of that. Who knows what I'll play. Just be on the lookout. Hit that bell, hit that follow, whatever you got to do to follow along on this journey. Dallas,
Interact. Yeah.
Tyler, thank you guys for showing up for another one. And
Hey, absolutely, man.
we will see you guys next week.
Later.
See you guys. Have a good one.